Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited. I'm going to be interviewing and talking with local St. Johnner Terry Blizzard. Many of you probably already know who he is, but for those of you who don't, Terry Blizzard is, St. John born and bred, and he is amazing entrepreneur. He's done a lot of years in fitness training and things like that, but in more recent years, he has really done a lot more in the community as far as, fitness coaching, life coaching, and has now two independent buildings called Afterburn, where these are fitness facilities that do also, he's going to tell us all about it, of course, but if anyone's heard of Afterburn, check it out, and it's amazing. So I'm very pleased to introduce Terry. Welcome,
Hello.
Terry.
How are you?
And so if you'd like to hear more about his story and what we're planning on doing together in 2020, then stay tuned. So, welcome Terry, and once again, I want to sort of introduce Terry. Again, Terry is a local St. Johnner who has multiple businesses here in St. John, Afterburn, and also does a lot of, you're going to tell us all about it, of course, some coaching, life coaching, fitness coaching, and so, so I really think that everybody, certainly, I know you have a really interesting story.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'd love to hear a little bit about that first, and then how you got to this point.
How we got to this point? Yeah. So it started way back, many years ago, probably over 20 some years ago. I always had a passion for fitness and helping people, and I was a cook way back, and Big Box Gym came, and it was below, and I used to help a lot of people in fitness, and I thought, hey, I can actually get paid to help people and train them, because I used to do it all for free. So that's kind of where it started. It was about 20 some years ago, but I always had a big passion for it. I started to learn about nutrition, exercise, at like 13 years old, and then it just kind of something.
And you sort of self-taught, like your own through your own reading?
Yeah, self-taught, did a lot of reading, and for some reason it just interested me. I was pretty athletic and trying to find the edge on competition and things. I wasn't the biggest person, so I thought, hey, eating, training, working out.
Really appealed to you?
Really appealed to me. So that's kind of where it started.
Okay.
And then a facility opened up, and there wasn't many trainers back then. It was about 20 years ago. Yeah. But so they took me in, and it kind of just started from there, and just started to kind of be self-taught mostly.
And then you were being paid to train, whereas before you were kind of doing.
I wasn't giving it away for free now, so that was really good.
That's
and
good.
From there it just kind of there was hardships for sure. It was a tough time. You're kind of a business in a business. So like anything, it's either sink or swim. If you don't get clients and you don't meet people, then you don't eat.
And word of mouth is so important.
Word of mouth, yeah. And because we're in a small city, I built my business over 6 or 7 years inside of that facility.
Would you call that Afterburn, or?
No, this is a separate facility.
Okay.
But I was still, like I said, I was that business in that business.
Okay.
But still had to go after my own clients. Had to do, work pretty much, not get paid, work my hours. If I wanted to stay longer, then I had to stay longer to get clients. And that's a little bit different compared to just going 8 to 4 and getting paid every hour. For me, it was morning to 9, 10 o'clock. Maybe I'd get paid 4 or 5 hours, but at the end of the day, I was there to train people and to grow my business. And then it started, kind of from there, it started to grow into what is now Afterburn Performance.
Okay, cool, very cool. And so when you did start with Afterburn Performance, so just kind of taking that leap, which is kind of similar to what I did, just sort of leaving the bigger company and then sort of branching on your own. So we have a very sort of similar story, but yours being in the fitness industry, as I understand, it's a little bit more risky than dentistry.
It's very risky, gym.
So gyms, they don't always last, right?
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about what you did. I mean, you traveled abroad to just improve your ability to know even how to run a business, from there to even getting into life coaching, so that kind of thing.
Yeah, so when I left the gym, I kind of left on terms that I thought I was actually opening another business, and that actually didn't happen. And I was kind of left all my clients and everything behind. I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I'm 30 years old, I have no clients, no income, I'm highly in debt. I sought out some investors and people that believed in me, because banks definitely weren't gonna give me any money. I actually went in to declare bankruptcy a month or two before I opened. The guy on the other side I always found looked down on me, and thought I wasn't much, and gave me a
Probably
very
didn't think you could do it.
didn't think I could do it. And he looked at me and literally told me, after writing my list of all my debt, he said basically, you have no choice. And I actually have that sheet till today. I took it off his desk, and my words were very simple: I do have a choice. I'm going to go make more money, and it kind of started from there.
Okay,
And
so
yeah.
So your purpose, I mean, you're driven because certainly, and that's happened in my lifetime too, where people kind of didn't believe you could do
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
And that sort of is a really great, that's a great way to, that's a great fire. You have to believe in yourself too, very strongly every day. You never ever lose faith in
100%.
that. But I think it's like, I can prove them wrong, you know,
Yeah.
and I think that's important.
Yeah, and I think over the years I helped a lot of people, and I would say you meet people for a reason, and if you're
That's
good to
right,
people, they
you
treat
do.
you well. And I happen to have some great people in my life who believed in me, and because the banks wouldn't, of course, lend me money, I was literally going to declare bankruptcy. They actually invested into me, and that's how I started my first my studio.
Your
It was
first
about-
studio. So
yeah.
how big was that? That's
It was
pretty
a-
small compared
it was,
to what you
yeah,
have now.
it was 1,000 square feet,
Oh.
and that's including offices, a couple changing rooms, and it was the first kind of concept of a boutique style fitness.
Okay.
And that was 12 years ago. Now they're very popular, but back then
Right.
it was the first of its kind, especially around here, and pretty much all around Atlantic Canada, maybe even farther. So I was the
Okay.
first guy to say, I think I see what's wrong with the corporate thing, and I'm gonna go do a private. And I think
Private
people
jet.
are willing to do more private, and like I said, it's one of the fastest growing industries now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but I always
wow.
say if you have a vision, if you do it well, and you're first to
Mm-hmm.
do it, you're gonna reap the rewards.
Yeah, you're doing it for the right reasons.
For
you
the right
know? You're not
reasons.
just chasing the money. You know what you have something you really
Yeah.
love, and you know it will work and it will help people, and just everything else kind of.
Yeah, no,
But it's a lot of hard work, right?
it's a lot of hard work, and I always said if you take care of the client, everything else will work. And just kind of having that mindset, and that's kind of when I get more into personal development and saying I got to put down the fitness books and kind of train myself, because I always wondered why I couldn't get to a certain level of success, and a lot of it's to do with my
Oh.
mind, and that's kind of
Your
what got me in
mindset and-
mindset, and
yeah.
that's I had a lot of successful clients in the eyes of society, and I knew I was just as smart, but for some reason I just couldn't catch on, and
Mm-hmm.
I took it upon myself and said, I'm the reason my life is the way it is, and if I want to change it, I have to change.
You accepted ownership.
I accept
or-
ownership 100%. I stopped blaming others, and from that
So-
point on, that's kind of when my life started to change.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And so, I guess a couple questions. Is there anyone in particular that you met along the way, or one or two people that you met along the way that really kind of helped sharpen that focus? And then on top of that, what type of lesson do you think is maybe one of the most important things you've learned? Again, you've already touched on some of that, but
Yeah.
pivotal mentors or coaches that you've had
Yeah.
that you feel, now that you're them now, you're helping others.
Yeah.
But is there someone or a couple people in particular?
Yeah, I think, going through life, there was a couple key people in my life who kind of helped me out and gave me a chance. My first I always talk about is my junior high coach, who actually took it upon himself to he cut me from a team, but he let me on the team because I went to him and asked him, like, I don't want to play, but can I help to get better? And he gave me that chance, and I think it made me realize, like, if you work hard and things do well, then people reap the rewards. And once again, I have a learning disability, and I failed my training exam 3 or 4 times. And
Okay.
same thing, I went to her and said, look, my mind just doesn't process a certain way. And I said,
You were brave enough to say
yeah, I was
that
brave
instead
enough
of
to
just
say it.
quitting and walking
yeah.
away.
And she did. She gave me a verbal test, and I passed with flying colors.
Ah.
And if it wasn't for that, who knows where I would have been. So
Right.
those two people just giving me a chance and kind of giving back to me were huge. And then I always say I learn from my clients. I take what I want, of course, and
Everybody's got
yeah,
something different to
So different.
offer,
So I
right?
always said I had a PhD in business because a lot of my clients were business people and stuff, and they were just giving me free knowledge because I was hanging out with them an hour, 2-3 days a week, and getting more business advice than you ever learn in university. So that's where I kind of start to catch on, and so I thank all them and the people that supported me, because
Yeah, they-
without them I wouldn't be here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really cool story.
Yeah, so that's it. I just kind of went through it and kind of always picked the brains of people, and I love to. That was one of my strong points, is being one-on-one with people and asking good questions and learning and being interested. And like I said, I was helping them, but they were also
Yeah.
helping me too.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So it was very, very good.
That is
So yeah, and I
cool.
just started to learn business, and then of course with personal development.
Right.
And
And not
learning more
afraid.
more.
I think a lot of times some people are really afraid to admit they don't know something, or they're afraid to just be vulnerable and
Yeah.
like take risks, or just ask those questions that might make others think that they aren't as good or they don't know as much. But if you're more open and you're willing to really listen to people, I think people just in general, like your clients, even my patients, have a lot to teach us,
Yeah.
to help us get better in our own business and in our own personal lives.
Yeah, you learn from everybody, and
Yeah.
I always say, like, just ask questions and be vulnerable, and yeah, I think everyone for the most part are good people and they want to help, and so I've been
that's
blessed to what I do, and
great.
the great people
You're
around
doing,
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing a great job. So you and I have just a little background story there. You and I kind of met through social media.
Yeah.
We both have businesses that we try to market each other,
Yeah.
and then I don't know how that happened. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think we reached out and just kind of, for me, I was like,
Geez,
wow,
like
very
we have a lot in
innovative,
common, or we have something in
and
common
very,
here.
very like-minded people, and I just seen what you were doing with the business, and I was like, wow, that's very cool, like very innovative, and things like that I love. So
So okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because we have something very exciting to announce
For
now
sure,
that we've
yeah.
been like kind of working together. Oh, and on that note, Terry has also been giving me some very generous help with some things, with even my own personal kind of mindset, fitness training too.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see my muscles going. Thank you, Terry. So I think it all kind of came together, and I was like, you know what? You'd be a really cool person to do something. I had this plan in 2020. We're celebrating our 5-year anniversary with Peggy Bound Dentistry. And in our first year anniversary, we did a big giveaway called Story for a Smile. And a patient, or now a long-term patient of ours, Tori Bradley, she won that, and it was just a massive hit. It just completely changed her life. So I said, it's going to be our 5-year anniversary. I want to do something like that. But one of the things that I realize is that when it comes to improving someone's smile, you're doing that. That's very life-changing, and I've seen it many times. But what I also realize is that these people who have been for years very lack of confidence, or been through a lot of hard times, and partly because of their smile or partly because of just things that have happened to them, they really need some other things too. So I'm a huge, proponent of health and fitness myself. Always try to eat well, although yes, I have a lot of food fed, which I do post on social media. You might have noticed last night. And also, so I'm very big on that. I've always been part of fitness. Has always been part of my life, but that's not my area, right? So I'd love for any patient of mine that wins this year, when we do this new contest, I'm going to call it the Story for a Smile Extreme Edition.
Excellent.
Yes, you heard it here
Yeah.
first. Extreme Edition, because it's going to include other people, not just me giving them a smile. So we're partnering up, right?
Yep,
And
partnering up.
so Terry is going to volunteer his services of doing some life coaching, mindset training, and fitness training, and even health, eating and nutrition training with the lucky winner, so that we together can give that person a little bit more, because you need the whole picture, right? And the smile starts with a smile.
For sure.
Got to start with a smile.
Gotta
of
start with
course.
a smile. I'm good with that.
But there's so much more to it. And then another friend of mine, Anna Ciccoloni.
Yep.
She is a local hairstylist, and she's one of my good friends. And she has recently started sort of a fashion and lifestyle kind of blog, if you will, on Instagram. And she is amazing at style, hair, clothes. She dresses me half the time. I'm not going to lie. So I think, again, sometimes, especially some of us, we get kind of stuck in our ways, and sometimes we just need to someone to kind of pull us out of that, and just have your hair done, or maybe get new clothes. So Anna is going to be, she's not here today, but she's going to be helping this winner also. This is why I called Extreme Edition, get a new look. So we're really excited,
Very
right?
excited, pumped.
It's totally awesome. And it's going to run across about probably a 3-month period. And the winner, I'm hoping, if everything works out good, is going to be announced on May 25th, which is exactly the 5-year anniversary for Peggy Bound Dentistry.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we have lots of cool stuff that's going to happen all along that. It's going to be really big on Facebook. We're going to mostly kind of put it there, but I really am excited, and thank you, Terry, for
Yeah, for
volunteering
sure.
and helping me make
gonna be
this.
fun.
Some St. Johner or someone in this area is going to, I think, really get something really special.
Complete change
Yeah,
for sure. I like
yeah,
it.
so-
I like the whole holistic approach.
Yeah,
Start with the
I think
smile,
it's
but
important.
mindset,
It's important.
body, everything.
Yeah, because we can, fall back in our old ways and our habits and things like that. And,
Yep.
and if anybody follows me, I'm big on trying to create good habits. So I have some bad ones though, I'm not gonna lie.
We all do.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. I'm very honored to be working with Peggy, and
Yeah.
I'm excited what the next year is going to be coming. So if you want to find me, email terry_blizzard@hotmail.com or Google Afternoon Performance St. John. Pretty easy to find.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Terry.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
great. I love sharing your story, and I'm really thrilled too about what's coming in the year ahead.
Thanks for having me.
Or yeah, you're
I'm
really welcome.
very excited.
You're my third guest.
Ooh, excellent.
Yeah, so thank you everyone. If you would like to hear more information about this, we're going to be posting it, of course, on our Facebook, Peggy Bound Dentistry, and we also have our website, We also have our website, smazbybound.com. And if you would like to hear more content like this, or you have any suggestions, please leave me a comment below. And if not, just feel free. I really appreciate it if you would just like and subscribe. And until next time, take care.